What's up guys, Whaaat here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and today we are going to talk about She-Hulk and also the Fantastic Four. We have the new blog post and okay, so right now it seems that Fantastic Four, they are going from War Offense team to War Defense. I didn't sign up for that. I think no one signed up for that. So we are investing in characters in order to use them on Alliance Wars offense, and now just with a blink of an eye, then they are War Defense. I mean, I'm okay with that because we don't have like 8 good War Defense teams. But have you seen this kit and have you seen this team? Like we can already expect a few teams that can counter them quite easily. But yeah, so we are going to talk about She-Hulk and the Fantastic Four. And in another video, we are going to talk about Namor, because what's up with Namor now, right? Because now he doesn't have a team, so we need to find a team for him as well. And it's interesting that they are forcing us to throw away Namor in order for the She-Hulk. If you guys did not watch Casino's video on the characters with the most stats or the highest stats or something like that, She-Hulk has very, very high stats. So I don't see why you don't want to invest in her over Namor. But once again, what about Namor? We got the red stars for him, we got all these things, we got to gear up. And I never spent any T-Force on him. I can't even imagine people who spend tons of T-Force on Namor and now, okay, you sit on the bench because you are completely useless now because you don't have a team. He has a team, but it's not perfect. But we'll talk about that later. Okay, so She-Hulk, she's going to be a city character. That's quite interesting. And this is coming on the next patch, on the patch 4.4. Supposedly, we are also getting ISO 8, and that's going to be very interesting because we're going to have so much to talk about after, because we'll have to decide what's the best ISO for each of the characters. And right now, there are only 140 or something like that. But yes, so there are some interesting things on this blog post. First, she says that she substituted the Thing for a while, but obviously we are going to use her with the Thing because the Namor is the one we are replacing on this team. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know yet, but we'll see. So she's a Hero City Bioprotector. Quite interesting, so more options for Dark Dimension 3. But in terms of her kit, is her kit good for Dark Dimension 3? Right now, I don't think so. I think she'll be okay on Alliance Wars defense, but honestly, what is this? I really can't get it. So, basic, single target damage and applies defense down. Okay, I guess she'll get assists from the Mr. Fantastic and from the other Fantastic Four. Otherwise, this ability is very basic and kind of trashy. But I guess it's okay because you have like Cyclops, he does the same thing, but he gets all the assists from the other X-Men, and that makes it good. But if She-Hulk doesn't get the assists, then it's not that great. Then we have the special injunction. 4 energy comes full and attacks primary target for damage and reduces the speed bar of the main target and also the adjacent targets. Okay, that's interesting, but without any slow and without anything, unless this is beyond 20% turn rewind, it's not going to make a huge difference because most of the teams have speed up and they have ways to clear slow down. So, okay, I don't see it, but maybe it's going to be good. And then she gains taunt. So her normal taunt is on a 4 energy cooldown, which is concerning. But she has okay speed from as far as I remember. So it's not going to be terrible, but it's not going to be a reliable tank. So our poor boy Johnny Storm is going to be targeted very, very often. And that's going to be a concern because if this is Alliance Wars defense team, I guess this team will be able to win only once or twice on defense. Otherwise, this team is going to get wrecked with no way to recover because as we see right now, she's the only one that has healing effects. Maybe Mr. Fantastic is going to get some synergies, so he uses his scientific knowledge to also give healing to the other Fantastic Four. That's going to be interesting, but we have no information that there will be major rekits for the other characters. So yeah, she taunts and she heals up, that's fine. Ultimate, Controller Rage, 5 energy, comes full. So this is on Alliance Wars defense, so usually they use the ultimate first, which can be a problem, but let's take a look. So attack primary damage for damage, attack primary target for damage, and then apply stun. Okay, interesting. Apply taunt to the most injured enemy. Now, depending on the speed of her, this might be a terrible character. We have Johnny Storm attacking first, and then we have her. She's going to attack the same character as he attacked. So unless they change his kit, so he always attacks the some target with the most damage, which is what she does on Alliance Wars defense, but doesn't say anything about Johnny Storm. So hopefully on the rekit of Johnny Storm, it also says that he attacks the target with the most damage. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. It's still going to be a problem if we are using X-Men against this team, because they will always attack Phoenix first. And then, surprise, surprise, you know what happens when they attack Phoenix first. Okay, so on Alliance Wars defense, she attacks the target with the most damage and ignoring taunt and applies stun to that target. Okay, that's interesting. But once again, if you are talking about Phoenix, she's going to die. Then she applies taunt to the most injured enemy. Based on the speed, we might be focusing on a character that is not great, that we kill so fast. But yeah, maybe it's gonna be a concern. It's gonna be a concern, but let's wait for the rekits. Let's wait. Let's just wait a little bit. Okay, so in terms of the passive, Court Order on turn heals for a percentage of her max health, and on stealth she gains taunt and heal for stealth for a percentage of her max health. Then she gains charge, and this charge works the same way as Thor charges works. Every time a Fantastic Four or her is attacked, she gains 1 charge up to 5, but then she does something very interesting. On max charge, transfer all negative effects from self and each Fantastic Four ally to the enemy with the most damage. So once again, if you are taking a look at the X-Men, this can be interesting because it's going to be Phoenix. So in case we kill Phoenix, then we apply defense down on Phoenix. So there is a chance that we might be able to kill her before she kills us, maybe, but I don't know, because Colossus is quite annoying and you'll have to deal with him and his taunt. Now let's see, attack the enemy with the most damage and all adjacent targets for damage. So this might force us to change the positioning of Colossus and the Phoenix. Instead of having Phoenix, Colossus, Psylocke, we might have to change to Colossus and the Phoenix, or Phoenix and Colossus, something like that. So we can avoid the situation. So they don't do so much damage to multiple targets. It's something we have to see in the future. And then she loses all the charges, and on war defense she increases the damage for herself and all Fantastic Four allies. So this is going to be interesting because this is a Alliance Wars defense that is quite offensive. So that's interesting. It's a new playstyle, but once again, you are going to invest in a team that is not going to win that often. Now, we can say that for most part we already invested in these characters, so it's not like we have to invest too much in them. At least for me, I have most of my characters at gear tier 10 and level 65 to 60, something like that. So yeah, it's not like I have to invest in 5 characters to make the team viable for Alliance Wars defense, but still it's a big change in terms of the gameplay. But as I think I said in other video like some weeks ago, we already have way too many offense teams. So I guess it's okay that we are changing this team for defense, but come on, I didn't pay for this. I want a refund right now. Okay, so having a quick look at the Fantastic Four allies, they are already a very good team, and it's not because they don't have Namor that they will not be good. They have this amazing stun, they have this defense up and taunt removal, they have this calling for assist and so on. I expect that She-Hulk will be included here. We already have this that clears, deflect and so on, which is not great on defense. This is one of the things that this team works better for offense, but they might change the kits a little bit. Then we have a Sue Storm that she's okay, applying defense up for 2 turns for all allies, but she doesn't have the best in terms of energy. Her shield is quite good, but it conflicts a little bit with the special as well. And then we have the passive. The passive is okay, but nothing special. Hopefully it will change, so whenever She-Hulk is attacked, Invisible Woman will retaliate, so it can give a little bit more damage. And hopefully it's the situation I expect, that it's going to be a defensive team that is extremely offense and can kill the enemies very, very fast. So we'll have to use a few teams so we can break down this team before we can defeat them. Otherwise it's going to be a problem. Johnny Storm continues to be exposed based on the way the AI works. Sue Storm will always use the shield first, and that's going to be a problem because this guy can get demolished quite fast and is a huge source of damage. But he's going to apply offense up to all the Fantastic Four allies, and I expect that to include She-Hulk in the future. That's going to be quite amazing. Then if he can last all these turns, 3 turns or 2 turns, he'll do this massive damage. But once again, this ability is going to be trash on defense because you can only use it once. So I don't know, it's something that we have to consider. I see the potential of the team, but it's not going to be like the Marauders that can win 10 times on Alliance Wars defense. It's going to be a team that will be very limited in terms of Alliance Wars defense. And then we have the thing with the clobbering time. He is always doing great. He needs a little bit of a buffs because his kit is quite boring. It doesn't do much. And especially for Alliance Wars defense, he really needs to do more than just this. Like, I don't know exactly, maybe apply some turn rewinds on some of these abilities. Because right now just doing damage, it's okay, but come on, it's not going to be that great. And with She-Hulk, this ability from the passive is not going to be even that great because she'll be the one taunting. So yeah, that's going to be very concerning, and we'll have to see in the future the reworks. But I don't think we'll be using Namor on defense. We are definitely using the 4 Fantastic Four plus She-Hulk as they teased on Twitter, as you can see right here with the team. And obviously I would not suggest this team at all. Maybe a little bit, maybe we could have clobbering time, then She-Hulk, then Invisible Woman, then Mr. Fantastic, and then Johnny Storm. We need to keep Johnny Storm very safe because while he's hot as the sun, is a very little snowflake that will melt away and die quite fast. I'm just looking that these characters, they have a house in front of them. That's quite interesting. Okay, what else in terms of the blog post? Upcoming blitzes, we have the second run of Lady Electro, and we have Elsa Bloodstone once again. I'm quite excited for both of these characters because I have 6 red stars on Electro Lady, and I also have 5 red stars on Elsa, so as fast I can get them to more yellow stars, the better. Then we have more T-Force coming, the city guys getting some extra events. Then we have Mystic 1.9. This is quite curious. Isn't this after the Doc Ock event? Like, I don't get it. Shouldn't we get this right now and maybe in a month from now or something like that? I don't know. But I guess this includes the events that will happen right now and events that will happen in upcoming weeks. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. So what do you think about this changing from the Fantastic Four from team for war offense now to war defense. Are you guys pissed off? Are you guys okay with it? What you gonna do with Namor? No one knows. But we'll talk about that on Monday or Tuesday, something like that. So stay tuned for that, and make sure you join tomorrow, Saturday, for the live stream at 18 GMT. But make sure you guys join so we can do some PvP and also farm blitz together and do some alliance wars, raiding, and so on. So I hope to see you guys there. So if you like this video, you know what to do. You smash that like button, like She-Hulk. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I'll see you guys later.